The Prix Katho Handicap Chase next then. It's a Class 2 event, pretty big field for this as well. Let's take a look at them as they get down to the start. 2 mile 5 furlongs to travel this time. The top one is Comfort Zone, Graham Clutterbuck, Particle Beam, Jim Murray, Bug Buzz, D Thompson, Gottlieb, J Shea, Bright Mask, Escarray, Lieutenant Breakfast, Alan MacDonald, Female Racer, M. Keynes, Translucent, Joshua Sutherland, Pilgrimage, D French, All Fired Up, Kev Con, Best Phillipstown, Darren Howells, Dream Eater, Mary, Mike Tartaglia, Noisy Thatcherite, Ben Benici, Ocean Dare, D Hinton, Look 3 Times, Maddie McLean, Magdalena, Obi-Wan, Japan, Andy Armo, Doug Warren, Drops of Jupiter, PK Hill, Ivington, J Follis, Horse of Cards, Molly at Surfer, and Listening Pit Charlie. 21 of them men. They've been called in, and away they go. And who's going to be the first one to show? Looks like Look 3 Times as they come into the first of the 13 fences, and they're all over that one safely. And Look 3 Times it is that's going to lead as they come past this winning post. 2 more circuits to go, and Look 3 Times is in the lead from All Fired Up in second. Best Phillipstown is third, then comes Ocean Dare and All Fired Up. Lieutenant Breakfast is close up as well, and you can see Magdalena's the one that's running really wide on the track, but it's Look 3 Times who's shot off into a 5 or 6 length lead already, and look, he's going to make this a pretty stiff test as Look 3 Times has gone clear from Female Racer in second. All Fired Up is third, then Ocean Dare and Bug Buzz, and then Lieutenant Breakfast. After that one, Dream Eater, Mary and Best Phillipstown. Look 3 Times, he's going too fast for the cameraman at the moment, and he's clearing the lead as they jump that one. That was fence number 3, and Look 3 Times is what the second is. All Fired Up. It's Look 3 Times in the lead. All Fired Up second. Ocean Dare third. Then comes Female Racer and Lieutenant Breakfast, Bug Buzz and Translucent as they go uphill. There, and good jump by the leader, and we'll safely over that one. Some good jumping, and you actually see a couple of them are well out of shot. The back marker in shot, I think, is Listening Pit. Those two keep poking their heads in, and Bright Mask and Particle Beam. And it's Look 3 Times that's in the lead. Ocean Dare being scrubbed up into second now. Lieutenant Breakfast in the pink colours on the outside is third. Then comes All Fired Up and Female Racer, Bug Buzz and Phillipstown, Best Phillipstown, should I say, on the inside. Then comes Drops of Jupiter and Translucent. Dream Eater Mary has got the inside rail, and Particle Beam is out of shot as they take fence number 5. And Look 3 Times has got a clear lead. It's not quite so far clear as he was earlier on, but still got a good 3 or 4 length lead over Ocean Dare in second. Lieutenant Breakfast is next as they take fence number 6, and all safely over that one as well. I think the pace must be pretty hot because they're quite well strung out. Look 3 Times is in the lead from Ocean Dare and Lieutenant Breakfast. Here comes Best Phillipstown is making some ground on the outside. Bug Buzz is close up as well as they take fence number 7. Oh, and there's a faller at the back there. Bright Mask has gone. Bright Mask is a faller, win in rear. That's left Particle Beam as the back marker as they come past the winning post then. One more complete circuit of the track to go. And Look 3 Times will take them out into it in the lead, with a lead of about 2 lengths to Ocean Dare in second. Then comes a line of 3, Best Phillipstown, All Fired Up, Lieutenant Breakfast. Bug Buzz is after them. Translucent is just looking for a path there. You can see the jockey swinging it to the outside and then pulling it back in again. On the round, Noisy Thatcherite in the green is as close as it's been. Drops of Jupiter as well, similar colours those two. Between the two of them is Female Racer as they take fence number 8, and they skip over that one with Horse of Cards and Particle Beam just struggling a bit at the back. Over number 9 then, and a mistake this time was by Dream Eater Mary. That one's seeing that one shuffle back to last, but there's just a little more than 6 furlongs still to race, and Look 3 Times is yet to be headed. Ocean Dare is second. On the outside, Bug Buzz is going well. Lieutenant Breakfast has got the inside rail. Translucent has got a clear run on the wide outside. Best Phillipstown's now got itself on the inside rail as they race towards the next 5 furlongs to race. And Look 3 Times is still in front from Lieutenant Breakfast and Bug Buzz. Ocean Dare is still there. Drops of Jupiter is creeping closer. Comfort Zone is making some ground on the outside as well. Suddenly the race is on now, and Translucent isn't out of this either, and they swing now towards the 3rd last fence, and it's Look 3 Times who's still in the lead and there's a whole heap of them behind him who are headed by Drops of Jupiter and Comfort Zone as they race towards the second last now, and Look Three Times comes under a bit of pressure. Comfort Zone is in second, then Drops of Jupiter, Bug Buzz, and all fired up female race. There's plenty of chances still. Particle Beams running on the outside as they take the second last. Mistake by Comfort Zone. It's still Look Three Times on the inside. Female race is the big challenger. Then Lieutenant Breakfast, Comfort Zone, Bug Buzz, Lieutenant Breakfast all fired up. They're still there, but they've got to get past Look Three Times. There's one more fence to take, and Look Three Times skips over in the lead. And could this be another pillar to post win? It's Look Three Times from Lieutenant Breakfast, and all fired up. They're inside the final half furlong, and Look Three Times has won this one quite cleverly. Look Three Times wins it from Lieutenant Breakfast and Translucent were close for second and third. I think that looks like Japan Andiamo ran on for fourth. So Look Three Times the winner for Matty McLean. Good win. Lieutenant Breakfast was second, Translucent was third, and Japan Andiamo was fourth.